Okay, hey everybody. I'm just showing you how I start the seam. It's still the same one I was doing from before. Right here, I have some of the same silicone that I made the rest of the mold out of, but I've let it sit a little bit so it's nice and thick. So when I apply it for the seam, it does not run everywhere. So I'm just gonna turn her around. Right here is the pour spout. Normally, you'd want it on the head. It's much easier on the head. But because the special way I'm going to be casting her, I put it on the tail. It's just something that I kind of worked out. It's going to be easier for me. But for most of you, probably on the top of the head. It'll prevent like air bubbles and stuff from kind of getting caught in there. But I'm just going to go from the pour spout and bring it around. Because you want the seam to be nice and thick. That way when you're closing it up to pour the silicone, you can line it up better. And you always want to bring it a little bit farther down than where the seam is going to end. That way when you're pulling it and if it rips, it's easier to repair. It's gonna... There, I started right here where it's going to be poured, and then I went down to here. And I'm going to cut it probably somewhere around here is where the seam is going to end. So I brought it back just a little bit further. I'm going to go ahead and bring it down just a little bit further. There we go. There we go. Just make sure I get off all the silicone on the paintbrush. There we go. Just use it all up. Okay, well, and as it cures, I'm just going to kind of move it around with the paintbrush to keep it where I need it. Okay, there we go. And I've gotten a couple other like little molds over here started. I'll try to show it, but they're wet too. It's kind of, can't really see them. There we go. I have a tiny tadpole and a little baby bird. And I just dropped the tape. Yeah, I was doing some packages a little earlier. So I kind of have some of my packing supplies kind of sitting around randomly. I need to put them away, but I just haven't yet. Yeah, there we go. But this is what I'm currently working on. Alright, when her mold is done though, I'm not going to show me pouring it because it's actually a little bit difficult to show because I'm going to paint most of her detail while she's still in her mold. Because the way I kind of have it where all the detail is like sculpted into it. So if I paint it after, I'm going to lose a lot of that detail. So I'm actually going to be painting a good portion of her while she's still inside the mold. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'm going to, yeah. Just to kind of help keep the detail. I'm also going to do that with the baby bird. Because again, I can keep more of the detail that I sculpted into it by doing that. It's a little difficult, and that's one of the reasons I have the pour spout where it is. Okay, yep, it's curing good. And I'm just going to use a napkin to wipe off my paintbrush. Because this paintbrush is just for when I'm making my molds. So, it has a lot of silicone built up on its bristles. But that's all good. It works really well. But, okay. Well, when I go to cut the seam, I'll go ahead and show that too. But it needs to cure, so I'll be back with another video later on. If you guys have any questions or anything, just leave a message. And, well, I'll see you later. Bye.